Hello, hello, good evening. How is everybody's Friday? Fix my shirt a little bit. Just gonna touch this up while we're waiting to see if anybody comes on. If you've never watched me before, my name is Courtney Menshouse, and I am a lead beauty guide with Limelight by Alcone. And I know I look a little weird. I only have one eye done. I'm going to demo how I did this look over here. So I've got some people coming on, so I'll just go ahead and get to it. How is everybody tonight? Where is... There it is. I was like, where is my palette? So anytime I do a smoky eye, or anytime that you're going to be doing one, you need to do a transition shade, which I actually need to go back into a little bit right here. Hey girl, how are you? So I know I look crazy, I only have one eye done, so bear with me. We're going to do the other one together. So for it, you always need to have a transition shade, and that's the one that you need to start with. I tend to like browns, pinks, grays for my transition shade. So I am using this one. It's called Coral of the Story. It's kind of the best worlds of a pink and a brown. And I just really like the way that it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my transition shade. Dipping right into there with my large shadow brush. What's everybody getting into tonight? Anything fun? When you're doing your transition shade, you don't have to worry about getting down on your lid so much, because that's where your darker color is going anyway. You want to really make sure it's blended up in here well. And I have a little bit of a hooded eye, so I have to go right above my natural crease. Otherwise you can't see it. That's a little tip from me. Sometimes I do it for other people anyway, because you can always blend it out later. But it's really hard to go back in and not pick up the black and do it. And try not to go too far over in your corner. You can always clean that up. But I like to put a little pop of a shimmer there. That's just me and how I do it. Now, I'm not a makeup artist at all, but this is just tips and tricks I've picked up from different people along the way. So I've got my Coral of the Story on. And now I'm going to take my little pointed blender, make sure there's no black on it, and I'm going to go in with Antique Bar. I like a little bit of a shimmer for this look. I'm just going to pick a little bit of that up. This is Elle, and Elle is officially sold out, but this is the first time I've gotten to wear it. And add a little bit of Antique Bar in here. Elle was part of the Lottie collection, and they just announced today that it's gone. Makes me sad. I'm hoping they bring it and Ash back, because they're beautiful. But Sugar Plum is similar to what I have on. And I have them both. And see, you could totally do a subtle smoky look like this and just put a cream shade here and you'd be good to go. But that's obviously not what we're doing today. Oh no, Mia's so pretty. I have it too. So I'm going to get out our trusty Onyx palette. I've had it since it's launched. I love it. It launched back around Black Friday. And you can tell, like, you can see I've used this one a ton. But I mean, they're still pretty full. So, I mean, these pigments last you a long time. And I'm going to pick up, the colors are O, however you spell Onyx, O-N-X-Y-X. So, I'm going into X. Hey, Ashley. How are you? Where's my brush? Girls, I'm telling you, I'd lose my head. I put my brush up. Okay, so I'm just going to use this little Wet n Wild brush that I have. The reason I like it for when I'm applying the blacks is it's super stiff and it works well with our pigments and the size of it. So I'm going into that darkest black. And guys, this is like the blackest black shadow I have ever had in my life. So start little bit. Little bit goes a long way, I promise. I'd say you are sore, Ashley. Ashley's been killing it. I've been missing her videos first thing in the morning though with my coffee because she's been at her workouts. But I'm glad that you're like getting out there and doing something for you, girl. It's awesome. But I do miss my coffee watching Ashley get ready videos. Just saying. Hey, Misty. Hey, Steph. So I'm literally like, when you have a good pigment, you don't have to swap. Oh my gosh, the first time I used this palette was comical because like literally there was black stuff everywhere. Like I was used to like CoverGirl black or, you know, something that's not as pigmented and you go into it, you know, girl, you're getting it. This one, no. When you have a really good black eyeshadow, you just need a tiny little bit and you can pat them in. That's how you know you have good quality pigments. Well, then I guess I have something to look forward to on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'm just going to work this up. You don't want to go too high. Otherwise, you're just undoing everything that you've done. And if you go over here, you can just clean that up. That's why you keep your Blenderful around or your foundation brush, stuff like that. And now we blend. Get your Blenderful back, or your Blenderful for your eyes, your blending brush. I love our pointed blender. I'm going to do the YouTube thing so you guys can see it. It comes up into a point. Okay, so this tiny little thing here is going to go in where you're blending, and then it's just going to fan out, and it's going to be like the perfect blending everything. And I'm just barely going to tap back into that Antique bar just a little bit and kind of get rid of that harsh line. Just a little bit. Now, like I said a minute ago, I'm not a makeup artist, but this is how I do it. I've watched tons of YouTube. This is what works for me, top thing. So we go with it, you know. Where's my fluffy brush? Can't find my unicorn brush. Is it this one? Okay. So I've got my, no, it's over here. Thought so. I have this really fluffy, one of my unicorn brushes I got off Amazon. I love him. Thank you. And I love that, I mean, as you can tell, Lord, I wish they would bring this winter white out by itself. It has the perfect like amount of cream color, perfect everything. It's great brow bone. See, look how it just pulls my look together. Right on that brow bone. And then to open my eyes up a little bit, I'm going to work it into my corner. And it just opens your eye up a little bit and softens the look. Just a little bit. Awesome. Okay, so we've got that, but when you have a smoky eye, you have to smoke underneath as well. And that's where my smoky liner brush comes in handy. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on some of these brushes when they come back. They're amazing. Yeah, if I had enough money to come get another car from you, I totally would. We're in the middle of construction. So since our transition shade was that core of the story, I'm going to pick it back up on this brush. Thanks, Misty. I got a little too much. Just dab it off. And I'm just going to literally just rub this into my lash line and kind of smoke it just a little bit. It's not overdone this way, but it's enough to bring a little bit of that color down. Love you too, Mark. Thanks. I'm trying. I really like this lip color and I can't believe that it's gone. This is the first time I've ever put it on. Let's see. Liner. I'm just going to do a thin line. You can do, now at this point, if you're wanting like big dramatic wing, you can totally do that. Easy peasy. Since I'm just having a family date and we're just kind of casual, but I wanted to have my makeup on because my hair is not doing anything other than this today because it's hair day tomorrow. So Julie, if you watch this later, girl, you got your work cut out for you. Just saying, it's been up for 2 days. I love her. I'll probably brush it before I go. So I love our pen, and I'm just going to draw a real thin line, but I can't talk while I do it, so bear with me. And see how that just mimics my lash line and just makes it a little bit pop, just a little bit more. This is like the perfect eyeliner pen ever. I'm obsessed. I have a video of me literally going like this, and you can hear me scrubbing my hand and it not coming off. It's amazing. Now we need the black underneath, and I use shadow for that. I actually use the Onyx shadow, and I'm going to use the more shimmery black, just with a liner brush. It's a little angled liner brush. Now these are made kind of stiff, so you can almost act like a stamp. You can kind of just press it in and it stays. But to make sure that it stays, since it's raining, I'm going to spray my brush with the 10 Years Younger finishing spray. What this is going to do is take my pigment and kind of make it more fluid, liquid-like, but without being a liquid. And it's going to set it, so it's going to stay where I put it. That's important around your eyes, because I mean, we all forget we have makeup on or have an itch and we're like, oh no. So this just gives you a little bit of extra insurance. So I got my angled brush, and I'm literally just going to stamp it, like push it in like it's a stamp. And I only go with the black about halfway, but you want to connect these two right here so you don't have that void space there. The reason I only go halfway with that is because I have the other color anyway, so I'm not naked there. But it closes in your eyes, and you want to keep them bright and big and open and beautiful that they are. So, especially if you have smaller eyes, you don't want to just like all the way around like, I mean, we did in high school. We were like this with the eyeliner. I know we were. I was not the only one. So I'm going to finish with our Perfect Mascara. And it is amazing. Can't wait for it to come back for you guys too. It's got the fibers built right in. It lifts and separates. This little wand is amazing. I love it. I mean, we literally can't keep it on the shelves. That's why, I mean, that has to say something, you know. And it just goes on so quick. Just a little touch of mascara, and then you're good to go. I'll probably add a little bit. There's always something to blend. I can always find something to blend. And just add my finishing spray all over, and it won't matter. Our mascara, it doesn't run, and it kind of helps it stay, I think. So I always spray it after my mascara. And then I'm good to go. It's going to rain. I'm going to post pictures later. I'm going to be out in and out of the stores with my kids and everybody. So I'll post pictures of how Elle stands out. Now if you like Elle, you can't get it anymore, but Sugar Plum is very, very, very close. So if you like the lip color I'm wearing tonight, you would love Sugar Plum. So keep that in mind. Thank you, Ashley. And I just wanted to hop on here and show you real quick. So that's how I did that smoky eye the other day, except for I'm out of lash glue, or I totally would have put lashes on for you guys. So that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. And if you're just getting on, go ahead and replay it. It's not very long. And I'll talk to you guys soon.